I'm Michael Hernandez with MLH Media, and now associated with Valley Fight News. And I am here with Mark Reels. He is going to be making his third matchup in the Royal Combat Productions on March 19th in Carson, California, against Michael Mitchell. And he seems very excited. I mean, I've been able to catch a couple of glimpses on your Instagram and just looking at your media so far. And you've been look pumped for this matchup. And obviously you're going into this matchup, you're coming in 0-2, but it seems like you're more hungry than ever. Is that an accurate statement?
It's definitely accurate. And I'm just like learning right now, So it's just the more I do it, the more I learn. And that's really just the goal with all this stuff, is just becoming the best version of myself. And I'm definitely excited for this one. Never trained this hard before. And it's cool to see like the results of it too. And that's why I started posting the videos and all that stuff pretty recently, trying to promote myself and let these people know like I ain't coming to play.
Yeah, most definitely. And you fight out of Systems Training Center in Hawthorne, California, but you reside in Redondo Beach, which is actually where the Royal Combat, their leading gym, Fight Solutions HQ, that's where they're located, is over in Redondo Beach. So how did you
Yeah.
exactly get involved in Royal Combat Productions? Was it just something that you came across, or how was it? How did it fall into your lap?
So I was looking for a fight. I was trying to get on a fighter's rep card, I remember. And I saw Royal Combat was like a newer promotion. And I think I just sent him a message and it was all up from there, to be honest.
No, that's amazing. They were able to go ahead and connect with you, and that's good that you guys were able to make that matchup work. And I know we were talking a little bit before we were able to start recording this, but you said your original inspiration for going into Muay Thai and going into that gym in the first place was because you were such an avid MMA fan. So is there a chance that you kind of want to transition to MMA at some point, or did you have maybe any other background in other martial arts to where you felt comfortable going into the octagon and mixing them all together?
I'm definitely interested in MMA. Like that's why I started training, is like I was just the biggest MMA nerd ever. Like I was just from the early prelims to the main event every weekend. Like that's what I'm doing on Saturday. You feel me? But I just fell in love with the punches and the kicks right now, and that's kind of what I'm focused on. It's definitely where I'm more comfortable. And I remember when I originally took the first Royal Combat fight, like my goal was still MMA, but like I wanted to get comfortable with the idea of fighting and performing in front of people. So I was like, I might as well start like with the thing I'm most comfortable with. Um, and I still do plan on going into MMA. Just like, man, I'm in love with Muay Thai. I'm in love with kickboxing right now, and I feel like I'm getting a lot better. It's gonna show on March 19th for sure.
No, most, and that's a great way of putting things, because I mean you still want that MMA part of your journey, but you're looking to kind of succeed in this Muay Thai aspect of it first, which is definitely a route that is very familiar to a lot of professional mixed martial artists. I mean, look at Alex Pereira, Israel
Yeah.
Adesanya, Stephen Thompson. These guys are all guys that had really great kickboxing or really great careers in other martial arts, and then go on to succeed at the highest pinnacle of the UFC, so that's definitely not a bad idea to go ahead and start off in Muay Thai. But what would you say was your biggest inspiration in the gym? Because I mean, you have these days you're training in and out, and obviously there's some grueling workouts. Is there anything in the back of your mind that's really motivating you, or anybody that's in the gym that's just pushing you to be your best?
I mean, all my teammates, like I got a lot of guys that compete. We have a lot of guys that compete at the gym, like my buddy Joseph Rodriguez. He's about to fight for Spar Star right now. He fought for the state title for Spar Star. Like I would train with Gabe Silva. He's another guy that's fought for Royal Combat. And I just like just having a good team surrounded with a bunch of people that are like hungry for the same thing. You know what I mean? And like seeing how I've come along as a person as a result of training, it's just like, man, I can't stop doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's very motivating. Like, I've never been able to stick to something before, and I just love this, man. So, that's really what keeps me pushing is myself, the progress, my teammates, my coaches, everything, the whole experience.
Yeah, no, and I mean anybody that I'll definitely link your Instagram and stuff so everybody can
I
see because
appreciate it.
I love watching your videos even down to like your
I
marketing
appreciate it.
videos that you'll do for the I believe it's Monster Fit Meals, which I don't know if they're
Yes,
sponsored,
sir.
but if they aren't your sponsor yet, man, they should dang near be because you be giving them some good marketing, some good advertisements, and it's
Yes,
it's
sir.
definitely interesting to watch your videos training and gain along with your teammates because it shows this kind of camaraderie that you're explaining, this wanting to be better, the pushing of each other. And I'm definitely excited to see the results on March 19th. But, obviously when you
Appreciate
go
it.
in that Muay Thai ring, there's something that is motivating you on the inside that's deeper than fighting. Is there anything that you wanted to kind of give a shout out to or anything in particular that you wanted to point out that really just keeps you motivated in that ring? I know a lot of people fight for particular family members, or maybe they have a young son or young daughter. Is there anybody that you go in that ring for and you're like, you know what? Even if you're not able to completely comprehend what I'm doing, this is for you.
Mhm. I do have a little boy. His name is Jeremiah. He's the prettiest boy in the world, man. And that's definitely motivating. Just like I want to show him like not to give up, especially like fuck, dude, I'm going into this thing 0-2. You know what I mean? And I have no plans on stopping. Like that shit never deterred me at all. Like, and if you watch my fights, like I am not getting my ass whooped out here. You know what I mean? So he definitely motivates me. Like, and as much as I want to be a fighter, ultimately, like I want to be able to be a coach and a mentor for people. And I feel like having that experience fighting is like it's gonna help me and become like relatable with fighters as well. So it's just that's really what motivates me is like my peers and definitely my son.
Yeah, and that relays kind of into my next question that I was going to bring up was your outside life outside of Muay Thai. So what were some things that Mark Reels kind of does to stay busy? I know that obviously Muay Thai is not something you're getting paid to do, even though you would love to get paid to do it. What is something
One
that
day,
is helping to keep Mark Reels bills getting paid, or maybe a hobby of yours that is just overtaking your life aside from Muay Thai?
man. So I'd like to shout out the owner of my gym too, Marcus Kowal. Like he's given me so many opportunities, which has allowed me to like make money doing what I love. So like really what I'm doing right now, I do personal training, like kickboxing, boxing, mainly striking. I also assist self-defense classes at a private school in Santa Monica, and that's really what I'm active in the gym, and like martial arts, like that's what I want to do, and that's really what I'm doing right now. It's really cool. Like I never thought like at this age I'd be making money doing something I love. So it's like that's really what I got going on right now. Not too many hobbies. I mean, I've done like a bunch of stuff, but really this fighting thing is all I'm doing right now. Like I'm locked in.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the fans of Mark Reels and anybody that's looking to go catch that matchup on March 19th is more than excited to hear that your mind is strictly on Muay Thai. But it's always fun to pick fighters' minds and see what they like to get into besides out of the ring. I mean, there's guys like Brandon
Mhm.
Moreno who like Legos, and you're just like,
Oh
how do you
yeah.
how do you like Legos? So it's definitely always interesting to see what you fighters and what you martial artists love to do outside of the ring, because I feel I talked to a lot of fighters about this. You guys just kind of get labeled as like attack and kill, and it's like, well, you guys have a little bit more to you guys than that. And I definitely like to highlight that life aspect of that you guys have as fighters. And to go more into your son Jeremiah, because I found that as a very interesting tidbit. You seemed to glow up as soon as you mentioned him. um what has he done in the sense of, I mean, has he, like, I'm pretty sure he hasn't gone to any of your Muay Thai fights, or if he has, but,
Not yet.
um,
Not yet.
is when you go in that ring, is there anything in particular that you're just like, man, I wish Jeremiah could have seen this one, or I'm like, or is there a time where you're like, dude, I really wish I could like just be like Jeremiah, like this punch was for you, because I'm pretty sure in the ring when you go in
Mhm.
there, it's definitely a big kudos to your son and a big shows a lot of love to your son?
Um, as far as like wanting him to see something, like he's only 3 years old, you know what I mean? And like he can't really comprehend that stuff yet. And he's like the sweetest boy in the world. Like, he doesn't want to hurt nothing. So I definitely like I've had to like show, resilience, like being able to bounce back. Like I took those two losses pretty hard mentally. And like what I really want to do is show him like not to give up. Like, and I know that shit sounds corny, but it's true, bro. Like a lot of people will try something and then it's just like it doesn't work out and then they just kind of give up. And I just want him to know that like I've gone through so many periods in my life too where I just was like giving up. Like before this fighting thing, man, I was a knucklehead, like getting in trouble, like, going through stuff mentally. And like I've learned through martial arts, like as long as you don't give up, you got a shot. You know what I mean? And a lot of people close to me, like I've seen them go in decent paths, and I've seen a lot go the other way too. So just showing them that resilience and that it's okay to lose sometimes, that it's okay to fail sometimes. Like that's what, as far as it comes to my son with this whole fighting thing, that's what's important to me. Is like, you know, knowing yourself, being true to yourself, and to just never give up.
Yeah,
It's,
no, and that's I'm pretty sure every father wish they could just take that and plaster that on a
mhm.
like whiteboard or something because I was absolutely like out of being a dad 101 because you want to teach your kid everything in the world, but at the same time, you don't want him to ever feel like he can't achieve something. So by you continuing on this journey and showing this resilience, I think it's going to show even more for him when he gets older. Like, hey, my dad was a badass, and I'll be the first one to say it over here, man. So kudos to your son Jeremiah for having a kick-ass dad. But you know,
Yeah,
um,
appreciate it.
it's honestly to me that was really touching, especially because as somebody that, as you said, has been through the ringer, you've been through kind of periods in your life where you're like, dude, why was I doing these type of things, or why was I getting myself involved in this? And now you've committed yourself to a martial art to the point where what you were doing in that case maybe wasn't the best for you in that moment, but now you're developing to a better person. And that's a big reason why I love MMA. A big reason why I love martial arts is it shows the development of people. And so I'm really glad that you shared that story today, Mark. I'm grateful for you coming on today and sharing that with me, man. But just with these last couple of questions here, because I know your time is valuable and I really enjoyed talking to you today. It's been amazing.
Thank you for having me, bro.
No, of course, of course. Anytime you ever want to come on, you're more than welcome. And I just wanted to end off here, with any shout outs that you wanted to give, anybody that you wanted to kind of give your love out to, maybe any family members, obviously your son Jeremiah, I know he won't be able to kind of, as we are saying, he won't be able to watch this and be like, oh yeah, like, but he'll see his dad. So I'm pretty sure he'll be happy to see you.
Man, I have so many people. I'll try and run through it quick, but Hafa Santos, my coach, he runs the Monster Fit meals. Like he's the one that's been helping me stay in shape for this fight. So shout out to him for sure. Angel Diaz, the Kraken Jiu Jitsu, baby. He's another one of my coaches. He leads all the team trainings at our gym at Systems. Marcus Kowal, the owner of the gym. Shit, my mom, Jeremiah, my son, my family, and yeah, my teammates. Joseph, March 11th for Spar Star. He's about to fight this weekend. David, and also my teammate is also competing on this card as well that I'm fighting on. Brandon Stewart. He's fighting too, and man, like I'm excited to watch him fight. Like he's been putting in work with me, and yeah, man, those are all the shout outs I can think of right now. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody, but I love y'all. You know this. Um, yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure anybody that is in your life is more than grateful to be in it. And I'm almost positive that anybody that got a shout out is going to be more than appreciative that they were even mentioned in that breath. So thank you once again, Mark, for coming on. But just this last question here and this is more geared towards your opponent, actually. I always like to end off with any words that you would like to kind of share to your opponent, because I mean, obviously it's not, you don't really know this man on a personal level, but you're going in that ring and you're looking to win this matchup. So is there anything that you're kind of looking to say to your opponent or looking to kind of put out there before you get in that ring?
So it's funny because I've actually met him before, and he's fought against my friend as well. And he cornered against me in my last fight. And he seemed like a cool dude for sure. Um, it's all respect at the end of the day. It's one martial artist doing what they love against another martial artist doing what they love. But like, just know I ain't coming to play, bro. I ain't coming to play. And I'm sure you ain't either. Let's put on a show and yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All righty then. That was going to be Mark Reels of the Systems Training Center out of Hawthorne, California, but originally from Redondo Beach. He is going to be looking to make his record 1-2 on March 19th at the Carson, California, at the Carson Center, and I'm pretty sure he is more than excited for this event as we've just been talking
Super
about it.
excited.
Oh man, I'm more than excited for you, man. I know that you're looking to
You
put
gonna
on a
be
show.
there?
I'm
You
gonna
gonna come?
try and be there, man. I'm gonna try and be there.
All
So
right,
hopefully I
man, for
can see you
sure.
there and get to catch you guys in action because I know you guys are gonna put on a show. But that was gonna
Yeah, if
be
you do
me.
come, man, I hope I can meet you.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll have to get a picture together or something, man. I'd love to get to talk to you
For
a little
sure.
bit more. But that was gonna be me, Michael Hernandez, Mark Reels of Systems Training Center. We're gonna be signing out.